Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Chronicles of a Midwife. I'm here with part 4 of my video about how I ended up in a toxic relationship and how I got out of it. The next thing now was when I became a midwife. As a student, I was in a very serious relationship. It was at a point where engagement was there, and a couple months before I finished my studies as a midwife, I got the shocking news that he just passed away. He died so suddenly, and it broke me. It broke me in a way that I can't even describe. And when I became a midwife, I wanted to move away totally from Kingston. I wanted nothing to do with that side of Jamaica. That's why I moved totally from somewhere that I didn't know anybody. But that was my own downfall as well. I got into a relationship with somebody that I thought was so nice. He wasn't perfect. He was a little rough around the edges. But being a midwife, you're busy sometimes, and he would cook for me. He would bring over my food because I lived at nurses' quarters at the time, so it was so close to the hospital. And sometimes men put on a facade so that they can get you. They can get you and they can rope it in. And when I tell you that this man was a total 180 from, I could never have imagined that this was the same person that I met. I could never imagine the evil things that he did to me, mentally, emotionally, almost physically. I don't know where I got the strength. I don't know where I got the strength. I told him, say, like, boss man, this can't work. I can't. Morally, I can't live the life that you live because I'm not that person. I wasn't a Christian at that time, but I had values and I had morals. And I could not do that to other individuals, the things that he did in Westmoreland. I could not. So when he left, I thought that was it. I thought that was it. And to a shocker, I was on my way getting ready to work and all ready to go and have a shower. And he came with a gun. He was ready to kill me. He said that if he can't have me, nobody can have him. Or if him see me on the road with any other person, any other man, him gonna kill me and the man. But me tell him, say, and this is where I got the strength. Me tell him, say, listen here. Your name is not Rima Miller. You never got through all of that birthing process to deliver me, Amanda Nugent, on Valentine's Day. So if you never bring me here, you can't take me out of this backside of Jamaica. But if you think say you're gonna kill me today because me I gonna move on from you, you have to go kill me now. Kill me. And him have the gun out. And I said, me say, what? You not kill me, you not shoot me. Shoot me, because I'm not going to be with you. I'm not going to live the life that you live. I can't. This is sure death. This is death. So many people die down there and they wonder, and their family members die down that side. And they wonder why. Because you're engaged with all sorts of these activities. Either you are or your family members are. And when you're on the outside looking in, because I was that person too. Oh, she could have done with this man, yeah. Them know say them pitney them bad. Me wonder how. And when you reach me now, I understood. Sometimes when you're in it and you're in it deep, it's hard to get out. But listen here, the good sex when they give me, it couldn't hold me. And ladies, sex should not hold you to a man. Children should not hold you to a nasty, dirty man. Marriage should not hold you to an abusive man. Why are we doing these things to ourselves? I know that sometimes our minds aren't strong enough to leave, but we have to pray sometimes. If you don't pray, you have to give yourself some positive affirmations each and every single day and say, give me the strength, girl, give yourself the strength to leave. And I think that when him hold me down in the bed ready to rape me, yes, with the gun, he was ready to rape me. I tell him, say, I opened my legs for him and said, even if you rape me today, it's still not gonna hold me. Even if you breed me today, it's still not gonna hold me. But when he realized that I was serious, maybe he thought that I was a mad girl, because which woman would push their face in a gun or to open their legs for rape? I must have been crazy or a fool, courageous, badass. I had me know say me a God picking. Me know say my God when me a serve naga let me down for this dirty man. And I don't know what spirit going on him, but when him realized that I was serious, he looked at me funny and he just left. He just left. And from then on, I never saw him again. And I was so scared. I was so scared at that time. I was so scared because remember that I am living at nurses' quarters. It was steps away from the hospital. I had nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. He knew where I worked. He knew where I slept. And people wonder why I was always so angry, and I'm not having it as an excuse, because once you are working, your work is your work. But we have to remember that we're human too. And sometimes if we need to step away for a bit, get some time for our heads to get together, we have to. Because if I could change certain things, was how it had started to affect the job that I love. I love my job. I love midwifery. I love the entire process, the aspect of midwifery. Talking to these ladies, encouraging, being there for the highs and the lows of their lives, and bringing them to that level where they have that lovely baby in their arms. And it started affecting my job. And I said that I needed to leave this environment. I need to get a transfer. And thank you, Jesus, here I am now. I got my transfer. And since I've gotten that transfer, there's this peace that passeth all understanding. He gave me that peace because he knew that I couldn't stay there. No matter how much I loved being in the hospital, or I loved some of my colleagues, I could not stay there, because knowing that this man could come back at any moment to finish the job. Yeah. But the whole thing about forgiveness is that sometimes we have to let things go. Yeah, I was crying because it's something that if you dwell on it too much, you think about it and you will cry. There's nothing wrong with crying. But for a long time, I didn't trust any man at all, not even an inch. I still don't. I still don't. But that's just, I think that's just a female thing more than an experience thing, more than my way down when I was younger. I have passed that. I told myself in my early 20s that I am not going to make any dirty man make me can't find a man and enjoy my life with him, because every time he does something to me, I'm thinking back on what had occurred. I can't do that. And ladies, don't allow these men to consume your lives. We have to let people in and try to show you the way in which you should be treated. If it's a good man, yes. But if you see toxic signs, red flag, red signal, danger signs, listen here. Before you get into an entanglement, leave. You can leave. Leave. That was and still is my philosophy. I could love you like cook food, like my favorite food in this world. But if you can't appreciate me and love me the way how I know that I should be loved, bye, bye, bye. I'm gone. And no matter how much roses and how the sex can sweet and how much money you give me, make it even worse, man, make my own money. Who you think you're talking to? But forgiveness is hard. Forgetting is even harder. I can't forget. What is forgetting? Can't forget these things. Forgive and forget. Please, if you can tell me how to forget some of these things, I've forgiven. I have forgiven. Because I've been around these individuals and it come like nothing. But the remembrance, as me see your face, I'm gonna remember. But I don't dwell on it. Why? I don't know if it's a case if it had gotten further than that, if it would have been as easy as it is, but I am still grateful that my self-actualization and my self-worth has increased to a level where I'm okay with myself. I have come to terms with all the things that has happened to me. I'm okay. I'm okay. And that is what we need to get to. A place where we can tell ourselves, I'm okay. Thank you for listening. Much respect.